just plain ruthless. Once you've chosen your civilization, it's time to...
Taking a small group of ancient settlers and turning them into a global nuclear superpower sounds like a totally reasonable weekend project, right up until Gandhi threatens to blow your entire civilization off the map. Sid Meier's Civilization VI takes the legendary turn-based strategy formula and unstacks your cities, forcing you to plan out specialized districts across map hexes instead of shoving every single library and university inside one tiny town center. Placing a campus next to mountain ranges boosts your science output, while building a theater square near Grand World Wonders cranks up your cultural influence. That means real estate management becomes a giant satisfying puzzle where every tile choice impacts how fast your empire grows. Progression feels dynamic thanks to Eureka moments, which award massive tech boosts whenever you complete real-world tasks like building a coastal boat or wiping out a pesky barbarian camp. Barbarians themselves remain the absolute bane of your existence early on, constantly sending scouts to spot your undefended borders before returning with an army of horsemen to smash your farms. Managing secret AI leader agendas keeps diplomacy feeling unpredictable, forcing you to balance trade deals and military alliances while secretly building a rocket ship for a science victory. Swapping out government policy cards between turns allows you to tailor your empire's bonuses on the fly, switching from economic expansion to total wartime production whenever a salty neighbor declares a surprise war. Watching your tiny wooden huts expand into a sprawling high-tech metropolis across centuries delivers an addicting gameplay that makes clicking for just one more turn dangerously easy.
Engage game. You command a uniquely skilled cast of characters called
Waking up from a 1,000-year nap with dual-colored red and blue hair only to realize you are the divine dragon destined to save the continent sounds like a pretty wild morning. Fire Emblem Engage leans unapologetically into vibrant anime flair and high-stakes tactical warfare, putting you in the shoes of Alir on a quest to gather 12 legendary emblem rings across the realm of Elios. The signature feature here is pairing your grid-based army with phantom spirits of iconic heroes from past entries, letting your characters fuse mid-fight to gain absurd stat boosts and devastating engage attacks. Summoning classic legends like Marth or Byleth gives your squad a massive tactical edge, allowing a basic archer to suddenly fly across the map or clear entire squads of enemies in a single turn. Tactical grid combat brings back the beloved weapon triangle mechanic, where matching swords, lances, and axes properly can break an opponent's guard and stop their counterattacks cold. Between intense tactical battles, you spend your downtime at the Somniel, a floating sky fortress, where you can polish magic rings, train with allies, adopt fuzzy farm animals, and do push-ups for temporary stat buffs. The narrative keeps things fast and bright, balancing classic good versus evil fantasy drama with wonderfully goofy companion interactions. Mastering unit placement, weapon proficiencies, and emblem bond skills creates a deeply satisfying strategy gameplay that keeps you constantly tweaking your battle roster before stepping onto the grid. Having the option to rewind messy tactical mistakes or turn off permadeath entirely keeps the experience accessible without stripping away the tension of a tough boss fight. RPG fans looking for flashy turn-based combat, rich customization, and pure strategic fun will find this colorful tactical adventure an absolute blast. Combining the high-stakes panic of a roguelite with the meticulous planning of a fantasy city builder sounds like a recipe for total stress, yet it somehow results in one of the most addictive strategy games in years. Against the Storm drops you into a rainy world ruined by an apocalyptic blight storm, charging you as a viceroy with building short-lived pioneer settlements for the Scorched Queen. Instead of spending 50 hours managing one endless megacity, each run lasts around an hour as you attempt to fulfill the Queen's demands before her impatience bar fills up and she pulls the plug on your operation. Managing a diverse population of humans, beaver woodcutters, lizard butchers, and harpies requires balancing different food tastes, housing needs, and workplace talents. Expanding your village means chopping pathways through dense, dark forests to uncover hidden glades full of valuable resources, ancient ruins, and sudden apocalyptic events. Every new glade opening brings a rush of gamble tension because while you might find a stash of delicious pie ingredients, you could also unleash a nasty curse that threatens to drive your entire workforce away in tears. The roguelite progression mechanic shines between runs, letting you spend earned meta resources at the central smoldering city to unlock permanent upgrades and starting bonuses for future expeditions. Randomized building blueprints and shifting biome modifiers force you to adapt your supply chains constantly rather than relying on the exact same city layout every single time. Watching beaver crews haul timber while keeping your villagers fed and happy right before a massive storm hits delivers a massive rush of accomplishment. Strategy fans who love clever resource logistics and fast-paced roguelite runs will find this dark fantasy city builder an absolute gem to play. Piloting giant mech warriors to defend humanity against massive underground alien bugs turns turn-based strategy into a hyper-focused tactical puzzle game where every single square tile matters. Into the Breach strips away random luck and hit percentages, handing you full knowledge of where the giant Vec Monsters squad is going to strike before you make your move. Instead of just trying to reduce enemy health bars, your primary goal is manipulating positions using artillery pushes, grapple pulls, and environmental hazards to knock bugs into each other's attack lines. Protecting civilian power grid buildings is your ultimate priority, because losing grid energy across multiple cities means total failure and forcing your time-traveling pilot to reset the timeline. That creates agonizing decision moments where taking damage on your mech or sacrificing an enemy kill is worth it just to nudge a giant mantis away from a residential apartment complex. Playing on a tight 8x8 grid keeps matches fast and intensely cerebral, making every 4-turn combat scenario feel like a high-stakes chess match. Selecting different mech squads dramatically changes your tactical approach, from heavy mech artillery teams that terraform the battlefield to stealthy lightning squads that shock entire chains of targets. The undo move button allows you to test out complex positional combinations before finalizing attacks, giving you total freedom to experiment with absurd chain reactions. Watching a single punch send an alien sliding into a deep water tile or straight into a mountain peak delivers unmatched tactical satisfaction. Strategy enthusiasts who crave pure mechanical depth, clever spatial puzzles, and high-tension mech combat will find this minimalist turn-based gem impossible to put down.
Suffering, crying out for whatever help will hear their pleas. Should I turn a deaf ear to
Vanillaware took a look at classic 90s real-time tactical RPGs, poured their signature gorgeous hand-painted art style over the top, and built an absolute masterpiece of army management. Unicorn Overlord follows exiled Prince Alan as he travels across the continent of Fevrith, gathering over 60 unique allies to liberate 5 sprawling kingdoms from the tyrannical Zenoran Empire. Instead of directly controlling every sword swing during battle, your primary role is acting as a master battlefield commander, setting up automated tactics. You build custom squads of up to 5 soldiers on a tiny grid, fine-tuning detailed conditional gambit rules so your knights automatically heal low health allies or prioritize airborne targets with fire magic. Once battle commences on the sprawling real-world map, your squads march toward enemy positions in real time, executing their programmed combat strategies the second they collide with an opposing unit. Watching a carefully planned formation unleash continuous passive skill triggers, shield blocks, and devastating flank attacks feels ridiculously satisfying after spending 20 minutes tinkering in the unit management menu. Exploring the massive world map yields endless towns to liberate, resources to deliver for local repairs, and cozy tavern meals to share with companions to boost relationship bonds. Mixing heavy armor frontliners with backline archers, flying griffin riders, and mysterious magic users forces you to constantly adapt your army formations to counter specialized enemy deployments. Blending real-time map movement with deep automated tactical programming creates a mesmerizing gameplay rhythm that easily hooks fans of classic strategy games. RPG lovers who crave gorgeous two-dimensional art, massive character rosters, and rewarding tactical programming will find this fantasy rebellion an absolute dream to command.
You asked for this.
back in your...
Taking one of the most beloved tactical role-playing games in history and giving it a high-definition coat of paint was practically a guaranteed slam dunk for strategy fans. Final Fantasy Tactics. The Ivalice Chronicles brings Ramza and his childhood friend Delita right back into the bloody political mess of the War of the Lions, except now, every single line of dark fantasy dialogue features crisp, full voice acting. You step right onto grid-based battlefields where height advantage, elemental magic, and dynamic turn order lists determine whether your squad lives to see another turn. Deep job customization remains the ultimate secret sauce here, allowing you to mix and match over 20 different character classes like black mages, dragoons, and time mages until your party breaks the laws of physics. Combining abilities from different jobs lets you create absurd character builds, turning simple squires into self-healing, lightning casting tanks that roll through entire enemy armies. Updated visual polish keeps the iconic pixel art looking clean on modern displays, while brand new quality of life additions like battle speed toggles help you fly through grinding sessions in a flash. Political backstabbing, corrupt religious orders, and deep character drama keep the story feeling genuinely heavy, especially when noble intentions get crushed by the ruthless realities of war. Recruiting legendary allies like Thunder Sid still feels like activating a cheat code, letting you annihilate high-level bosses before they even finish taking a step across the map. Taming wild chocobos, setting up tactical traps, and navigating complex terrain maps delivers a deeply satisfying strategy gameplay that never gets old. Anyone who loves dark political storytelling paired with endlessly flexible grid-based combat will find this polished remaster an absolute treasure worth getting lost inside. Landing a 99% chance shot right in an alien's face only to watch your soldier miss and panic into a wall is the quintessential experience that keeps strategy fans coming back for more punishment. XCOM 2 Collection packs the entire invasion struggle into one massive tactical package, bundling the base Resistance campaign right alongside the game-changing War of the Chosen expansion. Humanity lost the original war, leaving alien overlords in total control of Earth while you command a covert resistance force operating from a repurposed alien supply ship. Squad customization is endlessly entertaining, letting you dress up rookies with goofy hats, custom nicknames, and specialized class abilities before dropping them into tense guerrilla operations. Managing sightlines, full cover positions, and flank angles becomes vital when every alien patrol threatens to wipe out your favorite sniper. The addition of the terrifying chosen enemies spices up every mission as these elite alien hunters stalk your squad across dynamic maps while hurling sarcastic insults at your tactical decisions. Teaming up with specialized resistance factions like stealthy reapers, heavy striking skirmishers, and psionic templars gives you powerful counters against high-tier advent forces. Back at base camp, balancing research projects, building facilities, and healing wounded soldiers creates a constant high-stakes balancing act where time is always ticking away. Watching a rookie soldier survive impossible odds, earn promotions, and evolve into a legendary war hero builds a genuine emotional bond that makes permadeath hurt all the more when things go wrong. Mastering tactical ambushes and evacuating under heavy plasma fire delivers an unmatched rush of strategy adrenaline. Anyone who craves high-tension, turn-based battles packed with heartbreak and hilarious clutch moments will find this sci-fi collection an absolute masterpiece to conquer. Channeling the classic spirit of retro turn-based strategy games while packing the screen with adorable pixel art units makes for an incredibly charming tactical playground. Wargroove 2 sails into uncharted waters with 3 interlocking story campaigns, introducing the scholarly mouse nation of Fari alongside returning fantasy factions across continent-wide battle maps. Commanding armies of swordsmen, archers, dragon knights, and giant naval leviathans relies heavily on tactical positioning and critical hit conditions unique to every single unit type. For instance, spear units trigger massive critical damage when standing adjacent to fellow spearmen, turning basic squad formations into deadly defensive phalanxes. The game-changing addition of tiered groove abilities allows your chosen commander to turn the tide of battle, choosing between charging up a quick tactical buff or holding out for a screen-wiping super move. Beyond the traditional story campaign, the new roguelike Conquest mode drops you into randomized tactical runs where managing unit health across successive battles test your long-term survival strategy. Customization shines at an astonishing level here, giving players powerful built-in map editors, cutscene creators, and custom campaign tools to build their own strategic adventures from scratch. Multi-tiered naval combat adds intense oceanic warfare, requiring you to balance transport ships, submarine units, and coastal defenses while invading enemy islands. Bright retro pixel visuals and catchy acoustic battle tunes keep every strategic clash feeling lively and colorful. Even when your entire front line gets squashed by a giant enemy trebuchet, balancing resource generation from captured villages with strategic unit production yields a constant, addicting battle rhythm. Gamers who miss traditional turn-based army tactics wrapped in gorgeous pixel art will find this expanded sequel an absolute blast to command.
The future is before us. A bright future. Today, we fight not for glory.
Plunging players into a gripping political struggle over salt and iron supplies creates a mature tactical adventure where every single decision carries massive narrative weight. Triangle Strategy follows Sir Onoa Wolford as he navigates a fragile truce across the continent of Norzelia, forcing your inner circle to cast votes on pivotal moral choices using the sacred scales of conviction. You spend real time persuading party members to vote toward utility, morality, or liberty, branching the storyline into drastically different political paths and altering which allies join your cause. Tactical grid combat heavily emphasizes terrain, elevation, and elemental interactions, turning battlefields into dynamic death traps. Melting ice tiles with fire magic creates puddles of water that can be electrified with lightning spells, wiping out clusters of unsuspecting enemy guards in seconds. Positioning units for backstab strikes and follow-up tandem attacks rewards thoughtful tactical planning, making every turn feel like a high-stakes game of political chess. Stunning HD2D visual presentation pairs detailed pixel art sprites with gorgeous tilt-shift lighting effects, making ancient castles, snow-covered mountain passes, and burning city streets look like living dioramas. Deep character progression allows each unique party member to fulfill specialized roles, from setting up wooden barricades to manipulating turn order timelines across long battles. Rich political intrigue, tough moral dilemmas, and surprising betrayal twists keep the narrative feeling constantly compelling through multiple branching playthroughs. Watching your choices permanently alter character fates and kingdom borders delivers a profound sense of ownership over the final outcome. Strategy fans seeking mature political drama paired with deep terrain-focused grid battles will find this tactical masterpiece an absolute pleasure to conquer from start to finish. Taking the unlikely mashup of Nintendo's iconic plumber and Ubisoft's chaotic Rabbids and launching them into deep space results in a tactical adventure that feels surprisingly brilliant. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope ditches the strict grid movement of its predecessor, giving you total real-time freedom to move characters around tactical zones before pulling the trigger. That simple shift transforms combat flow, allowing you to slide tackle enemies, hop off teammates for high-flying repositioning, and unleash character skills with incredible fluid rhythm. Your colorful squad travels aboard a spaceship across distinct alien planets to stop a terrifying cosmic entity named Cursa from corrupting the galaxy with dark mess. Equipping cute little sparks, which are wild hybrid fusions of Lumas and Rabbids, grants your heroes specialized elemental buffs, meteor strikes, and area of effect defensive shields. Party combinations offer endless entertainment, whether you're using Rabbid Mario to unleash devastating close-range boxing combos, or letting Luigi snipe targets from extreme vertical perches across the battlefield. Joining forces with unexpected allies like Bowser brings a whole new level of heavy firepower, complete with a giant rocket launcher that demolishes enemy cover in seconds. Exploring open planet hubs between strategy missions provides plenty of goofy humor, hidden side quests, and clever puzzles to solve alongside eccentric local residents. Bright cartoon visual charm combined with Grant Kirkhope's magnificent musical score gives every planetary expedition a joyous, high-energy atmosphere. Balancing tactical positioning with clever spark synergies creates a deeply satisfying strategy gameplay that remains accessible while offering real tactical depth. Anyone looking for a cheerful, fast-paced tactical RPG overflowing with personality and cosmic charm will find this space adventure an absolute delight to play.
Okay everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you liked that video, please leave a like and subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to get notified when we release new content. We hope to see you in the next video.